everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray, and this is Jessie,
Hi.
Mislaid Pages. And today I'm going to have another episode of Flosstube, except this feels like way professional.
You look really professional. Like I'm
Welcome to this table with all the stash that's not mine.
Well, I think it's funny because I'm in the t-shirt and like shorts, and you're in like the professional get-up. So it's...
I'm only wearing a t-shirt under this. Like, don't be.
But she looks super profesh, right? Like she looks really good.
Profesh.
Yeah.
So today's video is all about cross stitch and knitting, and I'm actually going to start with knitting this time.
Woohoo! Knitting.
I know.
I have knitting too.
Oh, okay. Show us your knit.
Oh, I didn't mean to look at
Stalin.
If you follow me, you've already seen this. So this is The Secret Life of Cats and Dogs. This is a pattern by Casapinka.
This way.
Yeah, there we go. So this is a pattern by Casapinka. You can find it on Ravelry. And it is designed for either 4 colors or for a 24 color mini skein set.
Yeah.
So I'm using a mini skein set from Ruby and Rose's yarn, her 2020 Advent set. So
I
really
like it
cool.
a lot.
I know. I love the colors here.
Yeah.
It's so and squishy. It's squishy.
Ruby and Roses is like one of my favorite dyers.
Oh yes, and we have to remember 2 o'clock. I have to remember
3 o'clock.
Oh,
our
because
time.
Oh, okay, 3 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is it's only 12:30. It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, but she's got it. So explain, Rachel. There's a spring collection coming out on rubyandroses.com. No, rubyandrosesyarn.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it's her new colorways for spring, and we are very excited.
Oh yes, I already have my eye on the sock set. Yes.
Yes.
Very
I think the sock sets are available immediately. Well, this is for next Wednesday, so
oh yeah.
don't listen to us. It's already over. Sorry.
I don't do that thing of filming ahead because I can't think that far ahead.
Right. Well, at the time that this video goes live, I will be so panicked.
Yes.
Up to my eyeballs because I'm leaving the States. So, So this is what I've been working on. And if you've been here for a while, let me just get the coffee.
Yeah, don't get it in the coffee.
I'm not gonna have a Jessie moment now. I'm allowed to throw shade, okay? I'm a friend.
You are a little bit.
This is the Season of Serenity shawl from Knit Joys.
Do you need me to help you hold it?
Yeah, could you take the purple section? And then I'll just open it up a bit. Yeah, there. It kind of looks weird right now, but...
It looks a little like a jester's cap because of the shape.
Yeah, it needs to be blocked. Can you lift that?
Yeah,
yeah there you go. So it's kind of like a pinwheel
Mm-hmm.
shape. Actually, that would be kind of cool if I just kept going
Mm-hmm.
and made it into like a big old circle.
Yeah.
Anyway, my brain. So Season of Serenity, you can find it in the link Haven and the whip list. Down below in the description. I'm using the Dina's Home of Crafts 24 skein mini set from last year, and she did a whole rainbow, so this is turning into a rainbow, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't have necessarily put these colors together myself if I had thought about it, but I just wanted to do an Advent project, and it's kind of turning out kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. And it actually, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's really, really beautiful and textural in person.
Yeah, and once it's blocked out, all these lace sections will look super cool.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have fun blocking that, too, because that's massive.
It's weird.
I mean, it's taking massive. 2 of us to hold it up, so
Yeah.
it's gigantic. Yeah.
I was hoping that I would finish it by the time that I left.
Mm-hmm.
So this is day 21, and I'm almost finished.
Oh, wow.
And so 24 is not too far away,
No.
but that is 2 more lace sections, and the lace sections have been taking me forever. Like this past section took me, I think, 3 weeks to finish. It was so complicated, but it's actually very similar to another section over here. Just a little bit more complicated. She took the diamonds, she cut them in half. Half of it is stockinette and half of it is knit purl. And the pattern was very confusing to me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm going to check that out. That's really pretty.
It's super pretty. It's just really complicated.
Yeah.
And like I said before, when I contacted her and I was like, help, something's wrong. She was like, oh, you're a beginner? Like, I haven't seen one of those in a while. But yeah, it's fun to do. It's very challenging. But I think that if you're a beginner, you might hit like a wall where you're kind of like, I can't do this anymore. But I think that's why it's so cool that she's doing the complicated section and then like a really easy section, and then you're not like boggled down so much.
And I don't know about you, but I find it easier to stick with a piece if it goes back and forth between something that's really simple and then something that's a little bit more complicated, because the more complicated and the color changing actually keeps my brain engaged. So that's why I haven't tried doing a sweater or anything, because sweaters tend to be like, there's maybe a really intricate yoke and then the rest of it is just stockinette or garter stitch for the rest of the sweater. And I'm just like, I can't. It's too repetitive. So
yeah, it is. It can be. And I do find that, like, when I was doing the Plumatisse shawl, which I'll throw a picture in here, it was all garter for that whole triangle, the pink section. Yeah. And I was just so sick of it by the end of it, because at the beginning it's like teeny tiny, and you're like, oh, the point of the shawl, it's like so cute, and then by the end of it, combined with the fact that I was knitting it in like late spring with mohair.
Warm.
Bad idea.
So warm.
Sticky. I was just kind of done. So then when we got to the German short rows, I was very happy to learn how to do that and like have something new to do. Yeah.
And YouTube is totally your friend when you run into a stitch that you're not familiar with. That's what I always do, is I hit YouTube, and I've got a couple of favorite knitters that I check out to find out how to do my stitches. So really, if you're a beginner, you can do anything you want to, as long as you're willing to learn and you're open to trying
like,
stuff out.
Don't limit yourself just to books, because YouTube is a great resource. Every time that there's a new stitch, I'm like, I don't even bother. I don't even bother to like look up an encyclopedia. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to put that into YouTube with knitting at the end. Yeah. And then you've got several tutorials right there. And I'm a very visual learner. Me too. So I'm just like, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I need to see somebody doing it. And once I see them doing it, then I can understand how my hands need to work. So
right. And also a good idea if you're a beginner. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, if you're a beginner and you're like, I'm just really scared to make a mistake. There are a few good videos to watch on like what to do and how to back out of your mistakes, because mistakes are inevitable, right? And sometimes those mistakes just live there forever. But sometimes you want to fix them, and learning how to fix the mistake that you will eventually make at some point is a good idea too. Yeah. You know, they have a lot of those. They make a swatch and they purposefully make a mistake, and then they show you how to fix that. I found it very helpful, especially the other day. Hold on. We'll go back to this. When I had done 7 rows before I found my mistake. And my mistake was that I dropped 2 stitches off the needle.
Oh, no.
And there were just these 2 little stitches poking out of here. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I actually just grabbed my crochet hook and like pulled them back up to the needle. And no one's going to know. No one's going to know. No one's going to know. It's like...
We call those customizations, or if you're a follower of Sharon from Security with Casapinka, then they're called Sharon Snacks. So
I can't wait to do a Casapinka.
Yeah, and love her. I love her so much as a designer because she does some really awesome stuff. But the more important thing for me is that the way she writes her patterns, not only is it visually appealing and easy to read, but she also puts links in there when she feels like it's a knit or a move, not a pattern, a stitch.
Right.
Words. When she feels like it's a stitch you might not know, she puts in a link there. She gives you plenty of instructions. Usually you get notes from Sharon from Security, who is one of her cats. So Sharon will include lots of notes in there for you to make you laugh. Sometimes there's drink recipes. It's fantastic. If you haven't checked out Casapinka, definitely check out Casapinka.
And it's okay if you get a pattern and you don't, let's say you're having trouble reading the pattern and it's not enjoyable for you. I find that it's okay to just let go of that pattern if you're not having fun. But also contact the pattern designer, because more than likely they just never thought about like how a beginner would read that pattern. So they are very helpful in a lot of cases. Unfortunately, in some cases they aren't very responsive. I've had that happen to me before in the past. So I just drop that pattern because you're kind of like stuck and there's no one to help you. So don't be afraid to reach out for help too.
And in most cases, you can just unwind the yarn from whatever you've done. So you can,
Yeah.
you can pull it all apart and wind it back up and use it for another project. So no harm, no foul.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's all the knitting I have today.
Now that we've given you an entire tutorial on what to know about knitting.
11 minutes later. You're here for cross stitch.
We're going to talk about cross stitch eventually.
Right. Maybe I'll put a timestamp.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like seriously, Ruby and Roses is coming out with spring collection.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shop called Little Bish's Stitches that I'm looking at their mini skeins club, yarn
Mm-hmm.
club. I'm not sure, but I might maybe. I have a lot of yarn. I've been looking at Urban Girl Yarns, Urban GURL Yarns. She's a local dyer.
Oh, okay.
And I think she's actually living in Richmond.
Oh.
And she's got a few things going, so just follow her on Instagram.
I'm going to have to check her out. I have to write that down now.
Dude. It's
So
in the
like,
link haven,
Richmond.
Jesse.
I know, but I won't remember to go and do that.
Yeah, Urban Girl Yarns. She was the one that was at Center of the Yarniverse.
Oh, okay.
And
Now I know why I know that name.
She dyed that fancy peddler for the guy in Ashland who drives around on his bike. I never got a picture.
Oh, yeah.
He's very fancy.
Mm-hmm. Very fancy.
So that's it for yarn. I don't have any haul, but I will when I get back to Ireland. I will have to break it up over a few weeks though, because there's 3. Wah, coffee. Oh, cat jumping at coffee. That noise is staying.
That's going to be a priceless look on my
heart
face.
attack. Oh, Loki. That was so close. Okay. Whew. All right.
We have to have coffee to calm down.
Panic over, I think. He's just like, Mom.
What are you doing? You just want attention? What is your deal? What are you doing?
First up today, I'm going to show you my Plum Street Samplers Fox View, also known as Foxy Sal. Foxy Sal. Hashtag Foxy Sal. I'm going to come up closer to the camera so you can actually see it. This is what it looks like. This is my first time recording on this computer, so I don't know what you can see and how the lighting is, but you'll have to excuse me. I'm not at home yet, so yes. I've done quite a bit, so when I went to the mountains, I finished the bottom fox. When I came back home last week, I finished this fox, and then I did the flowers this week. There are a lot of hairs on this. And I'm really enjoying this now that I have the foxes there. Before, when I was just on this fox, I wasn't really enjoying it too much. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because it was line. You know, it was just kind of boring stitching. But now filling in the flowers and everything and making these flosses kind of work with each other. So you can't even see my face. So this is a variegated floss. These are Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works. I always want to say Color and Cotton. It's Classic Color Works. They're variegated, so I pull one piece and then I pull another piece, put them together so that they match up, and I do one stitch at a time so that you get all the variation in color. So I think I might actually have to just take pictures of all this stuff and like put it on the screen because you're far away. You're further than normal. But yeah, this has been really fun. This is on Picture This Plus Sand. I think it calls for Winter's Brew or something like that. It calls for something else, but it actually looks pretty good on this kind of tan parchment color.
I love the middle fox. I think he's my favorite. He's like the most playful and cute.
The middle is actually a vixen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you see her mascara?
Oh, I do now. Okay.
I might have to make it a little bit more obvious. No, I'm only playing. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I like the middle one because it is orange.
She's so cute.
It's more of that fox color.
And your needle minder's fabulous.
Thank you. This is from, I think this is a Top Knots Stitcher shop. Maybe.
It looks like it could be.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I can't remember all of them. But I do like it. It's a decoupaged hair. And I got the hair because, you know, woodland creatures and all that. But I think that this particular needle minder will stay with my Plum Street ones because I've got the sheep heap
Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy.
And she does all these fun stacks of animals, and I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun. Also, I've been using, so this is on a linen, right? And I get a lot of questions about, like, what are the differences between the types of fabrics? Linen is like a totally natural fabric, and it comes from natural fibers. And so sometimes you can, when you line them up, you can get these things called slubs, and that can make it difficult for new stitchers because it's just hard to kind of visualize where to put your thread. But it's not impossible, and it's easy to learn, and I promise you I will make videos on all that some other time. But when I'm talking about linen, for the most part, right now, the only thing I ever do is 2/2 because I usually go for a 28 count or a 32 count. So if you're doing Aida fabric, which is like cotton, right?
Yeah, cotton.
Aida's cotton, it has the holes so that you know exactly which hole to put your needle in. You don't have to like count so hard. So I love Aida.
Mm-hmm.
I love Aida. But if you are looking at a 28 count linen, then you're talking about a 14 count Aida. If you're looking at 32 count linen, or even we're talking about 16 count Aida. So I hope that helps you if you're confused by the numbers and everything. If you are confused and you want to learn more, definitely Google it, because there's a lot of resources out there that you can read. That's what I had to do, because I was just like, what are people talking about? So I'm sorry if I'm talking over your head for a little bit about all that. I have to talk and take this out. It's going to take a moment. This is my Dark Queen of the Sea.
She's in a tiny, tiny little...
She's in a teeny, tiny hoop.
Teeny, tiny hoop.
I forgot my Q-snap last weekend when I left the house, so I had to, what's the word?
Improvise?
Yes, that's the word. Thank you. It's much better when there's someone else who can read my mind.
The words, yeah.
Yes. So I apologize for hoop marks. I should have taken it out of the hoop. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Oh, and there's a needle too. Great.
Surprise needle.
I'll put Ursula in the back. Ursula lost her tentacle.
Oh no.
I don't know when that happened, but
sad.
I knew. She's got one single tentacle.
Oh.
I'm sure the other one will grow back eventually. All right. Well, this is the most wrinkled you've ever seen it.
Yeah, she is quite wrinkled.
Oh no. Oh no.
Poor queen.
Poor queen. Well, you'll have to use your imagination. All right. So you know that she's all done, but now we're getting up to the magic part. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It looks like I'm doing a Punisher skull, but really it's like this cool skull and magic combined thing. Now this is all petite. Is it petite treasure braid?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. Well, whatever. It says treasure braid and it says PB on the card, so I'm guessing it's petite treasure braid.
I think all of them are petites.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind. So that's what I've gotten done. This was a customization by. Did it just? Am I still recording? I think I'm still okay. The screensaver just came on. I don't know what's going on. This is my first time. Okay. So this is actually a customization from Trang Snell on Facebook. She's in the group and she's fantastic. She just took the magic one, the magic version that Erin had made, and then she kind of stretched out the skull, and I think it looks pretty cool. So, and it's just dark enough for me to like it without it being too dark or too goth, because she's not very goth. She's just kind of, I don't know. She's dark, but she's not evil.
Yeah.
You know?
It is dark
attitude.
queen, not evil queen of the sea. So
yeah, I mean, you can make your queen evil if you want to.
You can, and I don't think mine is evil. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the magic area yet. So.
Yeah, that was kind of where I was like, well, what kind of queen? What kind of queen is she?
Yeah. And
then I was like, yeah. And
mine's gonna be badass. That's all I know. But she might not be bad, but badass. Absolutely.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So that is that project.
What is your deal today, Loki?
I'm hoping that I can finish the inky magic streak that's going on at the top. I hope I can finish that this week. And then the last project that I have to show you, which way is up? This is my problem with this project. This is the Temperature Mandala from Apricot Polka Dot on Etsy. And Loki's enjoying watching my Flosstube Jessie. Right, Loki?
Well, he's just getting into everything, and I think it's because he wants to lay on the ottoman. But
he's rubbing his face all over her fabrics and everything.
Yeah.
So
He's being a sweet little pill.
exactly.
Yes.
This is up. I figured it out. So this is my Temperature Mandala. Oh, there we go. From Apricot Polka Dot on Etsy.
So pretty.
Isn't it? It's so cool. And it's so fun to like do just a teeny tiny itty bit for every day. So instead of sitting down and doing this every day in the morning like some people would do, I just break it out and I work on it for about an hour or two. And I try to catch up to where I'm supposed to be. I'm a little bit behind, but it's okay. And it looks really cool. I got my first bit of pink.
Ooh, I like that pink.
I think it got to like 76 degrees or somewhere over 75. And I can't even imagine what yesterday's going to look like because it was 85.
Yeah, it was at least 84 when I checked, so it may have gotten up to 85, 86 yesterday. It was hot yesterday.
It was hot.
I was dying of heat stroke. I was dying.
I was dying too. I was
was
sweating.
awful.
I was sweating in places I haven't sweat in a long time. Since Asia. Probably.
Not a pleasant day.
And then the needle minder is from my friend Becky's daughter, Tiny Pufferfish, and she's on Etsy, and she does really cute needle minders. And she painted that one herself. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So that is that project. And that's it.
That's
For
it.
whips.
Oh, for whips. I think I'm
Plants.
so jealous of your bags from,
Oh, yeah.
from Marissa.
This is Marissa's bag, the Crafty Heifer. She made that.
So
I remember her. I don't remember if it was a Zoom call or Facebook or something, but she pulled out this fabric and I just about died. I was like, I saw this and I thought of you, and I was like,
there'd be a reason for that.
yes. And my Cal bag. I can't forget my Cal bag.
Mm-hmm.
Cal makes fantastic bags too. Plans. No new starts.
Team no new starts. Hashtag team no new starts.
Right. Not right now.
No new starts for now.
There's this thing called being overwhelmed. No, but I'm headed back next week, so I can't really even think about stitching right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, but I probably won't have a Flosstube for a few weeks. Just to
What are you doing?
Loki.
And now you're
Stuck.
stuck. Come on now.
Oh, okay.
Buddy, come on.
Loki wants this to be his show.
He wants to be the center of attention, but he doesn't actually want to be on camera. So
Right, it's kind of weird. It's like, could you come over here?
Let's say if you want to come over here and get attention, we can do that because people would love to see you.
Ooh.
I know all kinds of people who would love to see you. You have fans. You have your own fans. You're like,
We love cats.
mm-hmm. We do.
So, I don't have plans to start anything. I will hopefully work on my whips. This is so distracting. But I'm probably going to be focusing on my shawl because it's easier to take with me and it's easier to like just have the bag and like be in an airport and knit. So maybe I can finish it. My goal was to finish it while I was here because it kind of symbolizes the trip that I've had, and all of the emotions of being here. And because I was working on it when my grandfather passed away, you know, I brought it over to do for Christmas and everything. And with everything that happened, it was a huge comfort. So I want to wrap it up.
Yeah.
When I leave, because then it'll be, but it'll always be that way. But like, I just don't want to get this far and then put it away for a while. You know what I mean?
Well, you're so close. You said you're on 21 and
21 of 24.
Yeah, so you're really close.
Really, really close. But I have no idea how I'm going to block it. Anyway, that's a problem for another day.
I would say it's going to take a whole room to block.
Yeah. So, those are plans. Nuna starts, blah, blah, blah. Haul. Let's start with the stuff from Expo.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a Needlework Expo.
Yep.
So that was the name of it?
Yeah, Needlework Expo was run by Janice Note of the Noteworthy Needle. Words. But yeah, so it was not necessarily meant to replace Nashville Market, but it sort of was meant to take up that hole that was left in everybody's calendar and plans because Nashville had to cancel because of, of the panini. Stuff. And the global panini. So they had to cancel. They didn't feel like they could do it safely, so they canceled. And March is when the whole needlework community plans on having brand new releases and all that kind of stuff. So
all these designers had those patterns ready.
Yeah.
And they were looking for a way to celebrate it.
Yep. So Janice Note put the Needlework Expo together. It was a virtual market. It was my first time getting to participate, which was really exciting, and I think it went really well. There were mixed reviews, but it's in a virtual situation like that, you're always going to have mixed reviews. But there were some really great charts that came out of it, some really great new releases, so It was exciting. And they're planning on doing it again next year, but I think what they're going to try to do in the future is we'll have Nashville Needlework Market, which is the normal what everybody expects in March, and then Janice will do Needlework Expo in September.
Ooh.
So we'll have an opportunity for 2 seasons of new releases going forward, which I think would be awesome.
I'm not safe.
Yeah, none of us are safe.
So I just got one pattern from Expo this year because I wanted to just focus on maybe getting things that were exclusive to the Expo. But I wasn't sure, because it's our first time, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And also because I'm a PDF person, I don't live in the States, so everything has to, pay for shipping and all that. So anyway, the one that I saw that I really wanted, and I've told you about this before, is Tiny Modernists' Mermaid Garden. You wouldn't have seen that because there would be a picture on the screen. The Mermaid Garden by Tiny Modernist. This is such a cute pattern. And I like the way that they printed it.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. And it's in color. So if you're looking to buy a paper chart, I'll tell you where to go. You could go to Jessie's shop. She's right here. She would be happy to fulfill
Absolutely.
Your order. And she has all of the releases that, a lot of new releases from Expo.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the one that I wanted. And this one I'm going to enter into the Mermaid Along that Cal from Cal's
Oh, yeah.
Crafts
I still need to find a piece to do for that.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this one. I did a poll, and I said, which one should I do? Should I do the Mermaid or the Merman? And, I was thinking about it a lot because I was swayed for Merman,
mm-hmm.
the sailor. You remember him?
Yeah.
And he's so cute. So handsome. But he's also from Little House in the Attic, and that designer is the same designer that's doing yoga corns.
Yeah.
She loves backstitching and
does.
And all kinds of quarter stitches, and I don't know if I can handle 2 of her patterns at once.
Yeah, it would be a lot. And
Yeah.
see, that my vote would have been for you to do this one, because this one I think is all full crosses. I don't think there's much, if any, backstitching. So it's going to be a much easier stitch overall.
It says backstitch, but
it's
literally
minimal.
it's her eyes and
Yeah.
the shells and the fishes, maybe.
Yeah, that's the only drawback of Little Room in the Attic, because I love her artwork. I love her designs. They look fabulous when you finish them. Just check out Heike's.
Right.
But,
I'm not jealous or anything.
No, not at all. They look fabulous, but that backstitching is ridiculous. It's so much. So, but that's what makes it look fantastic, is that backstitching.
Did you start the backstitching on your
I have not.
See?
I have not. I'm intimidated by the backstitching. I finished a yoga corn. I finished all the regular stitching, including the Kreinik, which, oh my gosh, devil's floss.
If you haven't seen the yoga corns, I'm going to put up a picture because a picture of the chart that I got. There are 3 different ones, 3 versions so far of unicorns doing yoga poses, and they're super cute, but they are complicated. I think I might have finished most of one unicorn, and it took me quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think I might have timed part of it, but I haven't done the back stitching yet. The back stitching will probably take at least as long as the rest of the unicorn did. Because it's intense.
Yeah.
Super intense.
Though
so.
I will give you a piece of advice. Just thread your needle with one length, or with one thread, one strand, and then if it says you need 2 strands, just go over it twice.
That makes sense.
Because I did it. I did like all of the 1 strand, all of the 2 strands, and then all of the 3 strands together, and I got so confused reading the pattern. Whereas I could have just like gone down the side all at once and like stayed on top of it. Yeah. Don't be like me. Don't make it more complicated.
Not looking forward to that. It's on my Whipco board though, so it'll pop up eventually. Twice this year will pop up. So.
Oh, Whipco!
What happened?
He stopped.
That's funny.
Hi.
Hi.
We're back.
We're back.
Hopefully we're back. If this is the only part of the video that you see, then there was a problem. So what had happened was...
What had happened was...
I was using my new computer to film Flosstube, and it suddenly stopped and froze and began to process on its own without me stopping the video. So it still says it's processing, and it's like half an hour later.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep going as if that does eventually process. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully it will, because I think there's some fun stuff in that first part of the video. I hope you don't miss that.
If it doesn't, then I'm really sorry. I'll show you next time that I do a Flosstube what I had just done. We were just talking about Expo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now we're a little fuzzy-headed because I don't even know where we were. I only have like 2 more things to show you, so this could turn into like a 5-minute Flosstube. And
super short.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Whoops.
There will be more Flosstube in the future as well.
In the future, yes. So we were on haul, and I was just about to show you my Fortnite fabrics, which just came in the mail. If you don't know, Fortnite Fabrics is Married with Stitches fabric dyeing website. And they do Fabric of the Month clubs, as well as like, you know, single pieces that you can... I make noises when I move.
Really dramatic, awesome noises.
Pretty to my life now. Single pieces you can buy. But I like the Fabric of the Month stuff because then, you know, you can just like whip out a piece of fabric from your stash and be like, I'm going to use this for that. Whoa, that looks really pretty on camera.
It is really pretty.
So this one is a, let me look, 28 count linen. And this month is called Phil and Lil from Rugrats. Right?
I might have to switch mine to linen. I keep thinking about it, but I haven't actually contacted them.
Yeah, I originally had the, no, I always had linen, right?
Yeah, it was Be Stitch Me. You were going to switch.
Stitch Me. Yeah. I need to contact her again, just to make sure.
That might be in today, maybe.
Really? We're going to watch the mailbox.
Of course, that could be any time between now and 7 o'clock, so I don't know if you'll be here.
Oh, right. I forget that, like, that happens here. But yeah. Totally worth it. Really enjoy all the colors that they make. Their dyes are very saturated and modeled and so pretty. Yeah. And I definitely love their stuff, and Be Stitch Me stuff as well. I'm trying to slow down. Like, I'm not in as many clubs as I was because I have a lot of fabric now and I want to use it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just like, you can't see it, but Jesse's got me beat, but in a good way.
I have to get more storage now because I was just about to outgrow the storage when I got this storage. Like, I put all the stuff in it, and now I got 2 more pieces because it's been 2 months, and I have no room for fabric, so.
Yeah, I mean.
But there's a Container Store in Richmond now. I didn't know that.
Yay.
So I can actually just go look at stuff instead of ordering it online, so.
I wish I could stay here sometimes because you have stores like that.
Yeah.
Alas. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was Beefy Dies. Jessie puts together these Dinky Die sets. These are silks, and they're beautiful. So this month, March, let's look. I don't know what they look like. Just FYI. Ooh, cool. I'll show you up close. Where are we? There we are. Sorry, I'm making dramatic noises again. Are we a little too close? Ooh, so pretty. So pretty. So if you sign up, if you're not already signed up and you'd like to sign up, down there. But also, you go in alphabetical order, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to talk about her as if she's not here, but I just did. Anyway. This is chocolate. Ooh, look at it. Now, my front-facing camera on my phone does not actually zoom properly, so that's about as close as I can get before it, like, says no more Rachel. Also, I did my nails myself. Aren't you proud of me? Okay, chocolate latte. Thank you. Thanks. This one is chestnut. Light. There we go. Chestnut. Very pretty.
Yeah, I should have some extra packs going up in the Etsy shop probably within the next week. I'll give myself the week. I just have to take pictures, basically. But the pictures are the hard part.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once I get pictures up, I'll get the listing up in the shop. So I'll have a few packs available that way. And there are 2 ways to get in on the Silk Club. Usually any extra packs I list in the Etsy shop. So if you just want to buy one-offs because you like those particular colors, that's a thing you can do. But you can also message me through Etsy and I can set you up with a recurring subscription.
Yeah, just bugger on Etsy. This is cherry wood. I like that little, there's just this little piece of variegation here that I can see.
I like that one a lot. It's a nice rich red brown.
Yeah, it's hard. There we go. That's better. I'm going to leave my hand here.
And Dinky Dies has just released their new colors for 2021 as well, so those will be coming to the shop soon.
Look at that.
I think there are 4 new colors for this year, or 5. 4 or 5 new colors.
This one's called Chinese Red. It looks like lanterns. It's pretty.
That's
it's like
fantastic.
it's like an orangey red,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very bright. Cool. Well done.
So that's the skinny on the Dinky Dies.
Yes, and I love that they're in alphabetical order because it doesn't matter. Like if you sign up now, you're going to start with C's.
Yep.
Right? And then you just keep going until you get all the way around.
Yep.
If you want, And then you also can create like Dinky Dies silk packs for certain patterns as well, right?
Yeah, so some Dinky Dies does actually on their own put together silk packs for a lot of different patterns. But even if Dinky Dies doesn't have a pre-fab one for you, if you have a special order that you want to do, you can definitely contact me. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I have done some color matching and stuff for folks. It just takes a lot of time, so it's not my favorite thing ever. But I can do that. If you know what Dinky Die colors you want and you want to put in a special order, I can absolutely do that for you.
If the floss list has the Dinky Die conversion,
yeah,
just message her and be like, hey, I want to buy all these Dinky Dies.
Yeah, exactly.
And she can do that.
But patterns like Tempting Tangles usually has prefab floss packs. Glendon Place, there's a lot of Dinky Dies silk packs.
Like that big Alaska I got.
Exactly. Northern Expressions. There's several designers that have floss packs with Dinky Dies. But like I said, I'm happy to do special orders. So yeah, just message me.
I think that's it. That's literally all I had to record.
And the end.
And then if the computer hadn't stopped, then, if for some reason this video does not process, then I apologize. Because, but there's nothing I can do.
You can always fill out with some images of video of sleeping cats.
Right. We're blaming Loki because...
The trickster that he is. I think, like, anytime he's doing something cute for the camera, it seems to mess up the filming. Because this is not the first time. He was doing all kinds of funny stuff.
He was flying all the way up the thing, and we were just very distracted, and then he must have hit the stop button.
Something. something. So.
Okay, well, I hope that you have a wonderful week. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and I will see you all soon. But we'll see how soon is soon. Because I will have a lot of unpacking to do. I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.